How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it is time for some more Pokemon TCG stuff, because my friends at Pokemon, oh yes, they did indeed send me a lot of chilling rain. It has been keeping me cool, it has been driving me crazy wanting to open up all this stuff, but I really wanted to make sure it could be something we can all enjoy together, so you have a chance to watch and find it entertaining. Hopefully you have a chance to get some yourself. I know times might be tough, but believe. But again, hopefully, if nothing more, hopefully this can just be a good way to just have a nice relaxing time. Now, as I mentioned, I believe I mentioned, this is box number 3. I opened up one live on a live stream, which was really fun. I did enjoy that. And then I put it up to a poll to see what I should do with the final box. If I should do that one live, or if I should, do it more produced like the first one and like I usually do. And it was definitely quite close, but in the end, it went to my personal choice, and that's actually just making a video on it, just having a good chance at that. Now, hopefully this one will take a lot less time than the other. I know the other was a bit of a marathon. It was like over an hour, which is definitely a bit daunting. But and I'm gonna talk and start opening this, honestly, because we can do that. But I was thinking a bit about it, and something that I didn't really consider, and why a lot of people still enjoy my booster box and pack openings, whatever kind of stuff. It's something that I hadn't really thought about, because I used to beat myself up for opening up booster packs slow. I'd always take my time, and you know what? With this current craze going on right now with the Pokemon trading card game, so many creators, and this isn't meant to throw shade at them, it's kind of like with, challenge runs and stuff like that, how, after a while, people are always trying to like one-up each other and stuff like that, and I've stuck to pretty much the same format and the same style, and also there's 36 booster packs in here. This is great. I am on the hunt for a very specific card that I still haven't seen. It's Weavile. I think Weavile's in the set. I've seen Sneasel, but not Weavile, which is really sad. But anyway, going back to that, like, I've more or less kept my style the same, where, I like to take my time opening up the packs. I like to explain the stuff as if I, were thinking of a deck to play it in. Now, I haven't been competitive, like going to tournaments in a while, like, I'll fully admit that. But I used to compete a lot. I used to keep up with the decks. I used to really enjoy that. And a lot of these kind of thoughts have stayed with me. So like when I see a card, I know, oh, this would be really good with that, or this would be good with this. And again, this isn't meant to be shade at any creators or creators nowadays, but I feel like a lot of people that got into the card game for content, like just for videos over the past year or two, they're just opening up the packs to see, the good pulls. Like, hey, can I get something that's worth a lot of money or really exciting or whatever? And that's fine. A lot of people are looking forward to, seeing what kind of pulls their content creators like. I mean, that's fine. But I feel like a lot of people or not a lot, but at least some of the people, they kind of miss that old style, They kind of like it when people are talking about the cards and stuff. I say as I'm not talking. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. I say as I'm not talking about the cards. No. So reason for that, like I said, this is booster box number 3. I consider myself super grateful. I'm super appreciative of that. But it also means I've talked about these cards a lot. So if you want kind of like my first impressions, I would recommend going back to watching my first booster box opening video. It was posted at the beginning of the month, because that'll be more like the long, detailed one. This, I'd like to see how quickly I can get through it. I'm not gonna rush, and if you're new to this, I don't do the pack trick. I explain that so many times. I just always like to open up the packs as they're put in there, but I know to each their own. Oh, I don't seem to recall this card, Volcarona. I must have gotten it. I feel like I must have. Oh, that Zangoose looks cool. But yeah, since I've already, you know, read a lot of these, like, you know, it's not quite as exciting. It's not quite as like, oh, what's this? So we're just gonna have a nice time and just kind of see what I get. Like, again, it's a really cool opportunity. Did I mention I'm grateful? It is honestly so cool. Like, I kind of talked about this during the live stream, but, you know, it's really nice to have like a good relationship as like a creator with, you know, the company that's been a part of my life, like a part of my childhood, a part of my adulthood. Like, it's just so cool. Like, it's such a natural fit, you know. I'm extremely selective about like sponsors or, you know, affiliates or whatever the case. Like, you know, and for me, for us, like you as if you're a regular viewer here, like if you're new, hi, welcome. But you know, if you're a regular, you know that I'm quite selective about stuff like that. But you also probably know that, I mean, this is what you pretty much watch me for Pokemon. I mean, that's like, it's such a thing. So it's really cool. Like, I feel like it makes sense. And, you know, again, I always have to say, hey, thanks to my friends at Pokemon, because, you know, it's like, what is it? Like, FTC disclosures or something like that. Oh, we'll talk about that in a moment. This is far more exciting. Blissey V. Oh, Blissey, that's cool. 250 HP. Wow. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, it recovers from all special conditions. That's actually pretty nice. And then Blissful Blast. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. If you did any damage with this attack, you may attach up to 3 energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Wow. That's really good. That seems like it's quite strong. It's also only 1 energy, so you're going to be hitting 1 for 40 anyway. But then you can also get up to 3 energy cards. Energy cards, not basic energy cards. So you could get any kind of energy. Oh, wow. And, you know, for each energy, let's say you could get something that's worth 2 energy attached to it. I can't think of what, but, you know, just something like that. Like, oh, wow, that's pretty nice, actually. Wow. Oh, that's really cool. That was a good interruption too, right? Right? Wait, what? What? Where's the code card? There's no code. Right? Uh-oh! Where'd it go? Oh, that's weird. What the heck? Oh, yeah, it's just gone. I don't think I dropped it anywhere. Was there just no code in that pack? That's kind of strange. Usually there's codes in packs. That's definitely a little odd. I'll fully admit that. Don't usually run into that one. I mean, I have it on video. Oh man, okay, well, still, I'm excited about that, Blissey. But yeah, anyway, going back to, you know, the disclaimers, the disclosures, that's really because it's important for creators to disclose that relationship, you know? Like, if you see a sponsored, you know, bit of content that someone does for their channel, you know, they're just trying to pay the bills. It's not, you know, it's not against them, but, you know, it's important that they disclose that. That's really important. So that's why I always say, you know, my friends at Pokemon, but it is really cool. And I do have friends that have gone to work at Pokemon, and a lot of them are still there. I had a chance to meet a lot of people there too from way back. I mean, it's really nice. Like, it's just great to see. Like, I definitely appreciate them, but how it relates to you as a viewer, it's just really cool because, you know, it's like, this is stuff that's about as much as you'd want to see as anything. I mean, it's just great to have that opportunity. And, you know, I'm not doing it for money. Like, I don't get paid for this. They give me the stuff, which is great. It has lots of value for sure. It's particularly hard to get nowadays, I fully admit. That's why I'm really grateful. And that's why I honestly do hope it does get better. Like, you know, it's I guess where I'm coming from with all this is it's kind of surreal for me. When I first was told, hey, we got some extras for you, I'm like, are you serious? But I was really worried it would like come across as bragging or boasting. I never want it to be like that. Honestly, what I love the most about the hold that thought. I love Shaman. I didn't even know this was in the set. It's so cute. I love Skyform Shaman. You may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. That's kind of familiar. Wow, this whole thing is kind of familiar, except it's like an attack instead of, an ability for, the old Shaman EX. Oh, that's great. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I was really nervous because it's like, I don't want people to think I'm just, buying up all their stuff or doing whatever, showing off. Like, and I understand that. Like, I understand that frustration. I'm very thankful for it, but I just hope that my motivator is really just having a good time, having a good relationship with them, having good content for you, just a fun time, not being super serious. And it's such a cool opportunity. Like, it really is. So I don't know. I feel like I had to say that at some point because this is definitely crazy for me. Like, wow, I have so much Chilling Reign. I don't even know what to do with it, but it has been a lot of fun. So that's good. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. You'll have plenty of content to watch from this set, huh? But yeah, that's really weird. I'm going back to that code not being in there. That's an odd one. Oh man. Well, it's fine. Well, kind of. I mean, they've given me plenty of TCG Online stuff, which is cool. I want to do something with that towards the end of the month. I have some Chilling Reign codes, quite a few, so that'll be pretty fun. But yeah, anyway. Oh, Hatterene. I don't think I have this either. So which Rondo, I don't know which one. No, I'm just kidding. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a warp point. That's kind of cool. And then Psychic does 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, so that could hit pretty hard. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't have that either. Pretty sure it's news to me. But yeah, it's just really cool. So thank you if you, understand or, you're supportive of that. Like, it's a really cool opportunity. And going back to what I was saying earlier, it kind of makes sense. Like, my goal is to try to represent the brand well. I know everyone has their opinions on Pokemon, and that's fine. And, I've been a fan of them through the good times and the bad. And, there's definitely been some things I've been disappointed about, don't get me wrong, but I always like to just see what's up. I'm always looking forward to things that are being played, and I think it's good to have an attitude like that. So, having this opportunity to show some of the cards, oh yeah, this Tauros, I got that recently in the Elite Trainer boxes, but I didn't have that before. But yeah, having that opportunity to kind of show off like their product, their cards or whatever, like it's cool. And eventually I'll be doing a lot more kind of content for my website, and I'm thinking of doing like, I don't know, like more produced guides and stuff. Like I have an EV training guide, a written guide over on my walkthrough or my site. Like it's not a walkthrough, but it'd be kind of in that style, like doing something to explain it. Because I do have a knack for videos, and I know last year, whoa, what's this? Oh, that looks cool, hold that thought. Tornadus VMAX, Blasting Wind, 2 for 60, and then Max Wind Spirit. If a stadium is in play, this attack does 120 more damage, then discard that stadium. That's alright. The only problem is it takes 4 energy, and it's dependent on there being a stadium in play. So that, I mean, it's neat, but it just seems kind of like... I've seen a lot of other VMAXs that just hit for like 240, no questions asked, for 3 energy or something. Like it's ridiculous at times. So I don't know. It seems like it's not flawed, but it doesn't quite jump out at me as much. It's still cool to see. I didn't have it, which is great. Feel always good about getting cards I didn't have. But yeah, I mean, you know, doing stuff like that, I want to continue doing Pokemon content, you know, for the foreseeable future. And, you know, if that means doing regular stuff on YouTube, I really don't know. I know I've, you know, obviously gone back and forth about it. Last year, I was just kind of done with it for, you know, just seeing like where I want to go, what I want to do. I really wanted to work on my website and get it back to being a good resource. And it's been great seeing all the progress that's been done behind the scenes. Like, even though it doesn't look like there's been a lot, there really has been, and I'm very excited. Do I have the Scolipede? I don't know if I do. That's a lot of damage if the opponent's active Pokemon's poisoned. Yeah, I must have it. I'm pretty sure I do. Because I remember it has an attack that poisons, and then it does more. But there's like other ways you can poison the foe too, which is really cool. But yeah, anyway, like just seeing that as part of the plan, part of the future, like that's fine. That's fine. So I know I'm just rambling. I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about. It's kind of a little bit more lighthearted, you know, when I've already seen a lot of these cards, you know, I'm just kind of looking for stuff that I don't have yet, which it's kind of a different perspective, you know? Usually I like to look through stuff. And again, you know, if you like that, like, that's fine. But again, check back to my other video, because it's a long one. It really is. But I do go through the stuff that I have already, or the stuff that I've already seen here. I go through it more thoroughly. So if you missed that, you know. But otherwise, this is just more of a chill, casual time. Just a nice, relaxing little box opening as I talk about stuff, either for the channel or just, you know, in general. Like, it's so cool. Like, I never really thought I would be doing this, what, 15 years ago? I mean, I think I just had a YouTube channel back then. I just started it up. Ooh. Oh, I got this in the Elite Trainer box too. It was so cool. Look at that thing. Yeah, that Word of Ruin, or as I thought I read it at first, World of Ruin. That brought me back to Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, the defending Pokemon's knocked out at the end of their next turn, so like they have to switch out or something, or evolve or whatever to get rid of that effect, or they're done. Like, they can't just attack you unless they have a clever way out of it, which, I don't know, I think that's kind of powerful. Like, it seems pretty neat. I think the Beedrill has the potential to be even better. But then again, this is just a basic too. Like, it takes almost no setup. You can start doing that turn 2, and then you, oh man, what does your opponent do? Like, they're not likely to be set up by then. You just keep doing that over and over. You don't have to discard anything. And, you know, they'll probably just have to give you prize cards. They're like, well, can't really do anything about it. I guess we're done. Guess we're done. But yeah, I don't know. It's just cool. Like, I never thought 15 years ago, you know, I'd A, still be doing this. B, you know, I'll be honest, oh, wait, this is what I've been looking for. Oh, this is what I've been looking for. Oh, I love the art on it. It looks so cool. Oh, I love Weavile. It's a really cool Pokemon. I've been looking for this card. I haven't even seen it, so, like, I knew Sneasel's in the set. I've seen that, but I haven't seen the Weavile, and I love it. So, during your next turn, if the defending Pokemon is damaged by an attack from a Rapid Strike Pokemon, it will be knocked out. So it's kind of a similar effect as the Slowking, except it has to be something else that damages it. Now, this doesn't have anything that damages it itself. It is a Rapid Strike. I could put on that tool that gives it an attack, but otherwise I'd probably need to, like, retreat or something. But even at that, Nasty Plot, search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. That's always nice. That's very powerful. So this thing, I don't know, it's a little risky, but it could be great. And again, it applies that same pressure of like, hey, you gotta like retreat or get your Pokemon out of there. I'm gonna knock it out, just no questions asked. Oh, that's wonderful. That was like the card I was looking for the most, because would you believe I have opened, let's see, it was like 72 plus 16, so 88 packs plus whatever leading up to this. And I hadn't gotten one of those. Like, what? I've gotten 2 golden cards, the super secret rares, without getting that Weavile. It's so weird. It's so weird. That thing was elusive. And I didn't even know about Shaman. If I would have known about that, that would have been on my my list as well. But yeah, it's just really cool, you know, to still be doing stuff. And, you know, I fully admit, as a content creator, I've gone through a lot of highs and a lot of lows. You know, not knowing exactly what I want to do or what direction I want to go with my channel or all sorts of things. And, you know, that's the thing. No one really has all the right answers. You know, what's been really important to me over the years is, you know, just kind of trying to stay true to myself, you know, not getting caught up in the game. Like, obviously there's been some things that I know are more businessy than others, but as a general rule, I do always try to think about what's best for everyone and, you know, not get so wrapped up into things that I lose my way, which is good. Hopefully I've done an all right job at that. No one's perfect though. I'll fully admit that. But anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling about all this stuff. I guess it's kind of neat doing that while looking at cards. You know, I don't watch like other people open up their boxes. I know I was talking earlier about taking all the time to like read stuff, and that is what I enjoy. Like that's generally the style I prefer. But I know a lot of people that do it, you know, they'll probably do it more casually like this, where, you know, they're just kind of having a good time, just opening stuff. I think they open it a little faster though. Still faster, but that's, wow, look at all these cast form. What the heck? I got like 3 cast form in that one pack. That's really weird. Okay, we're halfway through the box, and I have not even been recording for a half hour yet. That's a personal best. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Again, I guess this is cool because it gives me a chance to see how it goes doing it this way. I don't think this will be my first impression, you know, like if I get, let's say, just, you know, 1 box, I'm not gonna tear through it and not read stuff. Ooh, this is also very cool. Celebi V. Oh yeah, 190 HP. Leaflet Dance. Attach any number of grass energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. That's some nice energy acceleration, especially for only 1 energy. So that's pretty cool. And then Slash Back. Doesn't really do that much, but you can kind of get it out of there after you have attacked, so that's kind of cool. It's a neat card. Glad I got it. I didn't have it, so that's good. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky as far as duplicates go. That's a good thing. Pretty lucky. All right, second half. Let's see what we get. I got Weavile. That's really the thing I wanted the most. Just good. The hunt is finally over for this thing. Finally. And I got a bunch of other cool stuff I didn't even know was in here. I didn't look through the player's guide I got from the Elite Trainer box yet. I wanted to wait until after this booster box is open. I like that surprise. I like not knowing everything that's in a set. I know some people like to know, and eventually once I do more TCG like database type stuff on my site, like I'm gonna need to, but I also really like the surprise. I like being like, oh, what's that? What's this do? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Like, that's fun. I really like that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Oh man, hopefully you have too. Ooh, I haven't seen this thing yet either. So Cresselia, Crescent Glow. Let's see if we can read this a little bit better. Search your deck for a psychic energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. If you go second and it's your first turn, instead search for up to 3 psychic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Wow, that's really good. If you start with this, you have such an advantage. And even if you don't, it's not the worst thing. And this is actually kind of nice. Photon Laser, it looks kind of weak. Does 30 damage for 2, but if you have at least 5 energy in play, not just on Cresselia, but it could be on anything, it does 90 more. So then that's 2 for 120. And it's not that bad to get 5 energy in play, especially if you use Crescent Glow. I mean, honestly, if you go second, you use Crescent Glow, you get 3 psychic energy from your deck. You don't even need to have them in your hand. You search for 3 psychic energy in your deck, and then if you have 1 more and attach it to Cresselia next turn, then you can Photon Laser for 120 turn 2 and just keep doing that. That's I like that. Oh man, that's pretty cool actually. That's a good Cresselia. Especially if you're playing other things that use psychic energies. Shoot, what was it? There was a the Calyrex. Oh, Flaffy. It's a good pack. It's a good pack. We have the happy Flaffy. The Shadow Rider Calyrex is kind of in that vein too. It does an extra 30 damage for every psychic energy that you have in play, I think. If I recall correctly, like that's really cool. Like that would combo pretty well, I'd say. All right, Shuppet, Kaboot, Blitzel, Quillfish, Galarian Slowpoke, Rockruff, in the snow. Oh man, Obama Snow. Yeah, that's really cool. So crazy having, like, I don't know, that energy acceleration on that. Like, I mean, man, back in the day, like, you'd have to have something fully evolved in order to search for, like, 3 energy from your deck. Like, that's super powerful. With this, you can go second and you can get all that. Like, that's really cool. There used to be, oh, what was it? I don't remember if it was a Pidgeot or a Talonflame, but there was something that you could, like, set down from the start if you started with it. And it was really good because it let you, like, search your deck for cards. I think it was like 2 of anything. So, I mean, it was just insanely powerful if you could get that out. And there was a way to get it out, like, immediately. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember, I've played the card game for such a long time. It's pretty crazy. I was... Okay, I just bumped the mic there. I don't know how that turned out. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I was playing with a friend. He had some old Worlds decks from like 2009, which are like complete built decks ready to go from that era. They were the ones that either won the World Championship or were in like top 4 of the different age divisions. And it was a good kind of sampling of decks from that era. And it's really wild because, you know, it gave me a look into the past about just some of the decks I remember. I mean, I think that was just outside of like when I was doing it a lot. Like I wasn't as much of a competitor then, but I think the year before I really was. But, you know, I like knew some of the stuff. It's like, oh man, that's cool. It's such a different format, like a different era, really. Really. Oh, look at that. I think, yeah, I had this one. I had the foil Galarian Slowking. I didn't have the V version until just recently. That's probably why I got so shocked when I saw it. It's like, what? Yeah, the card game's changed so much over the years. They always have all these really wild gimmicks. It's kind of cool. I like that. I've seen on the Japanese, like, card news thing, like, apparently there's these new, like, 4-piece cards now that'll be just crazy. Oh man, it reminds me of the Pokemon Legend cards. They made not Legends Arceus, but they were like 2-part cards that you had to play down together. And that was pretty wild. I think they do all this crazy stuff. It's kind of fun. Ooh, Reverse Foil Sneasel. Ooh, that's cool. I also didn't have this. That's very fortunate. So Zeraora V. Oh, nice. It looks cool. Look at that, like, look on its face. It looks pretty determined. So it only has 1 attack. That's kind of interesting. Cross Fist. 3 for 100. Oh, it is Rapid Strike, by the way. That's cool. If one of your other Rapid Strike Pokemon used an attack during your last turn, this attack also does 160 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Wow, that's really good. But it has to be one of your other ones. So it specifically can't be this Zeraora V. So you have to have a way to like switch it out or retreat or something like that. That's still pretty cool though. Like 160 to the bench on top of doing 100. That seems extremely powerful, especially because it's quote-unquote just a Pokemon V. The opponent just gets 2 prize cards if they knock it out. I know that seems crazy, but you know, nowadays you got all those big attacks on the V Maxes and they get 3 prize cards. Like it's just, oh man. I don't know if the whatever it is, the Unity Pokemon, the 4-piece one, if you get 4 prize cards for that, that'd be pretty crazy. I mean, it's 4 cards, so part of me feels like you should, you know? I feel glad I've gotten a lot of cards I didn't have, though. That's really cool. Always feels good. I mean, there's so many cards in this set. You know, despite all of the cards, all of the packs I've opened, it's gonna take me an eternity to complete it. I feel like I've gotten closer than any set in a long time. They are big sets nowadays. You know, back in my day, Sonny, you know, you just barely had over 100 cards in a set. It wasn't too ridiculous. You know, there were like 8 or 9, you know, Pokemon EX or Level X's or whatever they were. You know, you could get, now there's like, oh man, you know, there's what, 40 secret rares or something in this? It's crazy. Oh man, I mean, it's fine. It gives you a lot of stuff to collect, I guess, but the card game has really evolved so much over the years. It's cool to see, though. Like, that's something I've really enjoyed about a lot of these recent sets. I feel like they've had some gimmicks, but I feel like they actually are pretty cool. Like, they kind of work, you know? They're neat. They're not just like, oh, this card does more damage. I mean, there's a lot of that, but I feel like there's been a lot of like, hey, here's some good synergy. Here's some good, like, combos with stuff that all kind of works together. Like, I feel like there's been a good amount of that. Or like, hey, here's a cool kind of mechanic we don't really do much with. Let's do something with it. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always kind of like stuff like that. I think it's fun. Okay, we're almost done here. Oh man, shortest box opening video from me ever, am I right? Pretty much. Yeah, it's been nice. Like, I don't think I ever will just rush through boxes. Like, that's just not my style. Ooh. Oh, hey, wait a second. Wait, did I get the Blissey this one? Yeah, whoa, that's weird. You know, that was from that box with the... That was with the one without the code card in it. It's just strange. So why do you think this is strange? Is usually boxes, they are kind of like a big booster pack, which if you go back and you look at any box video I've done, you'll notice that I don't usually get a lot, if any, duplicates. And the code is here, don't worry. I don't usually get duplicates. And a big part of that is because, like, you don't get duplicates unless it's like of a reverse foil or something in a booster pack. It's kind of the same way with booster boxes from what I've seen. And that's why if you end up getting like, you know, something that isn't a sealed booster box, like an Elite Trainer box, you might end up with duplicates in that. I don't know if that follows the same rules, but it is interesting with boxes because usually they kind of do. That's why oftentimes it makes a lot of sense to get a box so you're less likely to get duplicates. I just found that weird because like that Blissey was the one that I didn't have the code card in, which is strange. I still don't understand that. It's very odd. Huh. Oh well. Things to ponder. I guess I got 2 Blisseys now. It's, you know, it could be worse. Oh man, look, there's like a little dent on that spiel. That's kind of sad. Oh boy. Oh wait, did I don't think I have this one. I think I have the other, I guess it's a secret rare because this is kind of full art as well. Cool. Yeah, so now I have my Ice Rider Calyrex V collection, I guess. This is the VMAX of it, but it's not the like special art version. I guess that's a secret. I don't know if it's a secret rare or not. I'll have to double check my cards. I did end up sorting out all my cards, which is pretty cool. Either way, that's a cool thing, and I don't think I have that version of it, which is really nice. Huh. That's pretty cool then. Yeah, pretty good box, all things considered, though. Like, I'm looking at it, and seems like there's been some good stuff. No water energy, though. Oh, that still cracked me up. Oh, man, that golden water energy. That was funny. That was so funny. I mean, it's cool, but I don't feel bad for the person that's like, oh, I want to make my whole deck out of that. It's like, all right, have fun spending like $2,000 or whatever it ends up being on some energy. Someone will do it though. You know there's gonna be people that'll be like, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. I mean, I would probably do that if I were like seriously playing. I don't know how, but that's the kind of stuff I would do. I wanted to always have like, I think I did a full deck. This was way back. This was like Team Rocket Returns. So it's ancient, but I had a whole deck that was completely foil or reverse foil. And that was really cool. It took a long time to complete, but boy, did I feel like I was something special with all that. Now, granted, you know, cards were worth a lot less back in those days. I mean, you know, if a card were worth $20, it would be like a gold mine. I mean, you know, people, kids, we didn't have that much money. It just wasn't a thing. Now it's like $20. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just what it seems like. I think some cards that are good, you know, they're going to be a lot more. I remember, what was it? Mewtwo EX. Not the original one, but when they like remade it, that thing went for, what was it? It was like 60 bucks. Everyone had, oh, I love it. Okay, this is great. This is great. Let me get this on a sleeve really fast. I love it. What a good box. Okay, Shining Electrode. That is funny. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may search your deck for up to 2 electric energy cards and attach them to your electric Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. If you search your deck in this way, this Pokemon's knocked out. Oh man. Hi, I'm here just long enough to show off and get out. Oh, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Oh geez, that's crazy. Oh, that's a good box. That is a good box. Oh, and it has the Flappy too. So yeah, that was a great pack and a good box. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh man, yeah. Electrode always has some wild effects. Like it knocks itself out, yeah, but you get energy, so you know that can really help. Like a lot. I find it interesting that in both of the boxes I've had, well, both of the ones that I've had a golden card in it, they've always been like one of the last packs, always on the left side. It's kind of weird. Coincidence? Lycanroc? Gallade? I don't know. I'm just trying to think how on earth I'm gonna get all the golden energy cards for the collection. That'll be wild. That will be wild. Well, at least I have one, so that's a start. It's good. All right, let's see. Yeah, only one pack left after this. Goes so much faster when I'm not reading everything and enamored with everything, you know? Which I do like. And again, I think it was really important for me to realize that it's like, that's okay. You know, not everyone needs to like that. That's totally fine. And I mean, if you're at this point in the video, you probably like it all right. But like, you know, if you're someone new tuning in and you're like, man, this guy talks so much. He takes forever. He's reading everything. Like, open up, hurry up already. Like, I get that. You know, I actually understand. That's perfectly fine because I'm just not the entertainment you're looking for. You know, and that's perfectly fine, which is great. But I think it's been really nice to kind of preserve that old way of doing things, something that's kind of fallen out of style. But a lot of people that are interested in the card game, they like to kind of know about the cards. You know, even just like, oh, hey, that'd be cool, or that gives me an idea or something. So hopefully I've been able to help a little bit with that. I've enjoyed it. But yeah, it's really fun. I'll have to do a video sometime on like, you know, just a basic tutorial of how to play. I've had a lot of people ask me how to play. I'll have to see if that's something I'd be good at like explaining or good at doing. Like, I don't know how I would do it, but I'll definitely give it some thought. But anyway, there we go. Hopefully that was a little bit faster than my usual pace. Let's take a look at the good stuff here that I got from it. I know we have that shiny Electrode. I did put in the cards that I didn't have, so let me separate those because they're probably more exciting to me than they are to you. But yeah, look at this. This isn't a bad haul at all. It's like 8. Yeah, not bad. Not too shabby. It's still odd with the Blissey, but hey, can't really complain about all this stuff. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with this. Again, I am keeping my fingers crossed for you. Hopefully, if you are looking for some of the cards, you'll be able to get them. I really do wish you the best. I'm super thankful to Pokemon for sending all this my way. I hope it's helped make this June like a really fun time, give you a chance to see some of the cards, just have some fun stuff to watch. It just seemed like a really fun kind of theme for the month. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for whatever might be coming next. There's still that Elite Trainer box back there, and I still have some more plans. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, everyone. Aw, yeah.